Oh, by the way, has anyone seen the new Vox Machina episodes?
I believe.
No.
Jarius, did you? I need to watch them.
I caught up to I think episode 6. So
there's 6 of them. I thought there were only 3.
No, they come out 3 a week or 3 a week. Yeah.
Yeah, they release out 3 per week.
Dang,
you guys should check it out. Increase the numbers, so make D&D a little bit more mainstream. Because Amazon was like the only company that like let them have full creative freedom with the project. So if it does well, then it'll open up future D&D stuff. So
I'm pretty sure Scanlan alone pretty much was the reason why.
I love it.
Oh man. Yeah, definitely will be interesting. It's been crunch week for me, as I have an exam come Monday, but I will definitely hop in on that train as soon as that is over. Okay. I don't think we have. Oh wait, we do have some stuff, but it might be during gameplay things. But if you weren't here on Saturday, everybody has lost some max HP. So we will get to that in a moment, but just fair warning for Odin and Isarya. Other than that, nothing. Okay, great. I am going to start the intro and let's get going. Tonight will probably be a little shorter because I have heard from a lot of you that it has been quite a day, and I want to respect that. I likewise feel the same. But while we're here, let's have fun.
Previously on Ballers and Bagpipes.
There are different kinds of ants. You can be like a bull ant, a cow, what's a cow ant? How huge are they?
Well, you should have specified that before we turn them all into ants.
Before I transform, I'm gonna be like, hey guys, do you know how to tell the difference between a boy ant and a girl ant? You put them in water, and if it sinks, it's a girl ant. If it floats, it's boy ant.
Is that true? Is that true?
No, that's not true, Ryan.
I don't know anatomy. It
took me so long to get.
Just say it again. Just say it to yourself again. I believe in you.
Get out. Get out.
What?
I don't know what's going on, but this tavern is made out of flesh. Get out.
You'll find the one for you. It's just not me. Kinda looking at someone else's meat right now.
Okay.
You really said that to him.
Eternal's enjoying this way too much.
No, it's fine. I'm not mad. That just hurts a little.
I couldn't think of any witty one-liners, so I went to the internet for help. Let's see here. I went to the store to buy some camo pants, but I couldn't find them. Wow, that one was hot garbage. I don't know how to end this. It's Ballers and Bagpipes.
I like how that recap just had jokes in it.
I almost forgot about the buoyant joke. Oh, it's so good.
I forgot about that too, man.
Given Saturday's events, it's understandable.
It fits right in.
There's a lot of stuff that happened, but it was a lot of the same thing looping. So, anyways, where are my rolls? Odin and Isarya. Right, I don't want to punish you guys for the third death because technically you weren't there. But it was 3 loops, and so some people died 3 times.
Yeah, thanks to some people.
Okay, but Odin and Isarya, you have lost 3 max HP. just write down your current HP somewhere else. Maybe you'll get it back, maybe not. But
3? That's it. I lost 21.
I lost 21 too. Why 3? He literally killed himself by jumping headfirst into a cannibalistic pact.
Dice are in their favor. I don't know what to say.
You rolled a nat 1!
And a 2.
Dang, I like that.
But both of you, Odin and Isarya, are currently trapped in what is essentially a placenta.
Okay, good. I wasn't the only one that was like, all right. By design.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, and you are also not awake. Both of you are actually still trapped in your loops at the current moment. So I believe where we left off, people were cutting other people out. Okay. I leave the floor to you guys.
Okay, so I got Flinty out. You good? Aren't you like a little bit drenched? That's kind of this. Ew, don't touch me.
I feel a little sick.
We need some prestidigitation. Or...
Actually, Eragon, how do you feel about where you are right now?
I mean, that's a good point.
Horny.
That is a very good point.
I don't know.
That is a very good point.
You don't have to roll a save, but I'm just curious.
I feel oddly good. Like I mean, I don't think this is the time. I'm hungry. I'm a little bit hungry. That's all. I'm hungry. Let's just go, Flinty.
Okay.
We need to get out of here. We have a path right here.
Okay, let's go. Let's follow.
Okay. Where do we go? Left or right? What do you want?
I don't know.
Flip a coin. Yep. There's a wall straight. Right, you know.
What? No, we could go this way.
Okay, let's go left.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, you don't have to do the whole, like, moving one space by one. Wheelie is there in his own little membrane. He is probably, you can see he's grimacing, and you recall that the last thing that happened was you chucked him at a guard, and he set himself on fire.
That dumbass. Here, let me do it. I'll pull out my rapier and I'll slice it.
Alright.
Snack open.
Wheelie, you have been freed.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What? I just
fucking chucked me into a guard! It killed me!
Hey, I died too.
I didn't know. Well, I didn't know that I died first.
You're welcome for cutting you out of there. I mean, I can stick you back in if you want.
I was talking to Eragon.
Oh. Sorry. What happened again? It was a life or death situation. Yeah, let's just go. Let's just go.
Yes, you could have just told me.
Just keep going.
Well, see, if we tell you, you wouldn't have believed it.
True. True. What Flinty
Do you
said.
remember how you were acting?
I mean, at worst, I was gonna throw it away off a cliff, but that doesn't even warrant, like, killing me.
That's an opinion. I have, you know, opinion.
I find that very hard to believe coming from someone like you.
Come on, let's
What?
go.
That's fun. You know what? You want to square up right here, right now? I will.
No, guys, we're going. Just find the others.
And you meet up with Ganondorf and Nanachi.
Oh, hi, guys. Seen anyone else around? I don't know. Just cut Wheelie loose and Eragon's behind us. Split up? Hell no. I feel so weak right now.
I mean, we just need to find everyone. I assume everyone's here.
Let me be if you can see their tokens, like, don't worry about. I appreciate the not metagaming thing. But you don't have to be like, yeah, you don't have to be like, I don't know where they are. Like, you can say that you go around and grab people. I'm cool with that. All right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. So everybody has been freed from the respective placentas. You are covered in amniotic fluid, and it is delightful. In
Where are we
the, that's kind of up to you guys.
Are Odin and I awake?
When the membrane was burst open, you coughed yourself awake. You hacked up some fluid, and then you woke up. You remember everything about the previous loops you were a part of. Although I guess you left before it looped. I don't remember when you left.
Yeah, before it looped.
But in that case, you remember everything that happened in this other world you were experiencing. And you find yourself a little bit, well, you not as bad as the others. The others look pretty sallow. Isarya, Odin, both of you actually still seem pretty healthy, pretty fleshy. You lost like a little bit of weight, just a little bit.
Wow.
Like maybe your, I don't know, thigh is like a little smaller.
Oh, wow, my thigh is smaller.
Yeah, but the rest of them, but the rest of them look like they're raisins. They look pretty bad.
Oh my god.
What the hell happened to you guys?
We've been pruned.
Yeah, I think I'm
Like
missing some blood.
Like somebody tried to like cut you up?
You know what? Someone did.
Did it? Like a tree?
What?
Anyway.
A part of me, is like, oh shit. Go ahead.
Oh, did you ask how did you get here? Sorry.
Oh, give me a second. Y'all, I think it's Discord that is just really... Because everyone is at 100, but everyone sounds so low.
Is it just your desktop volume? Question mark?
No. I'm on my headset. Okay, can you talk again, Chloe?
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Better?
Better.
Still bad. Better?
No, yeah, that's good.
Okay. How did you get here? Good question. I don't know either.
How do we get out of here? Even better question.
Is this the 7th layer?
So if we like killed it, if we like killed this thing, maybe it'll end the curse.
Yeah, so speaking of which, there is the sound of a heartbeat that just dull echoes all throughout these chambers. You're not exactly sure where the beat is coming from, but it sounds big and it sounds very real.
Did we get eaten? And we're in the intestines.
Do you want to make a medicine check?
Sure.
Uh, 14. I think the best way you can explain what may be going on here, it's not really like a digestive tract. I would say more akin to like a living construct, sort of like that house you all were almost eaten by. It's alive, but it's not like a large creature that ate you or anything like that, if that makes any sense.
Maybe we have to stab the heart.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Let's do it.
And as you guys are talking, why don't we have all of you make some perception checks real quick?
Secret.
It doesn't really have to be. I forgot to do something. That's okay. I'll get it sorted out later. Okay. Oakley dokley do. Whoppy. Okay. Everybody except for Flinty, Isarya, Odin, you notice the ceiling above you is starting to almost like bulge downwards, and you watch as a small opening sort of appears and separates, and something begins coming out.
Oh God.
What?
Get around the corner. Run.
What corner? It's all round.
Right here. Just get around the corner. Hide.
Go.
And you watch as a person, for lack of a better word, is born? You don't really know what's going on, but they look very familiar.
It's the blonde girl that helped us, I think. Right?
Is it?
You watch as this figure splats onto the ground and just sort of lies there.
Do poke her with a stick?
Okay.
Is she oh.
I'm gonna poke her with a stick.
What are you trying to do, Galadriel?
I want to see if she's okay, like check on her. And
Okay, so with a 4, I mean you're
can't really do anything.
yeah. Well, okay, so I'll give you the good news. She's breathing, and I mean you recognize what she looks like. She's fully yeah, with a 4, I mean you sort of get all that. Odin, you want to make a either medicine check or perception check or whatever as you walk up and poke her. Okay, Odin, you are pretty sure that muscles are not supposed to look like that. There are some strange bulges, and it's kind of like you watch as the flesh of this person very subtly rearranges itself before settling into proper anatomical positions.
Guys, I think she might be a fleshy blob.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna ready an Eldritch Blast in case it starts attacking.
But Galadriel and Odin, you're up next to it, and when the activity subsides, you watch as she heaves out fluid, and takes in just a deep straining, like. Where am I?
That's a good question.
Yep.
Who are you? Who are I?
Galadriel?
Adriana?
You came!
You're here. Why are you here?
Why are you here?
Looking for you. We had to get Star Medal.
Well, I mean, I knew
I'm
that, but
already an attack if she decides to even look at Galadriel funny.
Okay. Yeah, no.
I also
get
have
that.
him attacker already.
Okay, so we've got Odin. He's got like his sword raised over his head. Flinty's just peeking out from the side, like with her palm outstretched, and Adrian is just like, you know those,
It's okay, guys. Yep, this is my friend Odin, and the ones back there those are my friends too. We're all travelers, and we kind of met each other in this random town and got to know each other, and we've been together ever since.
What if she's an imposter?
Yeah, prove that you're really who we're looking for.
What if she's sus?
Your muscles look weird.
Yeah, you were like, you look like a fleshy something.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of does feel like I was just born, which I don't.
Galadriel,
That's a
where's her
very
whistle?
singular experience. Wow, this is weird. I remember everything up until, I guess, I got here.
How did you get here?
I was gonna say, cause I thought you were dead.
And I never knew what happened to you. No, I'm not dead. I just had to get away from the tree forest that we were living through because those people came and took over.
Right.
Found where we were hiding, and then we all kind of went our separate ways. And
No, I
couldn't find you.
You definitely came down with me, though. And I definitely watched you die.
I don't remember any of that. I just remember walking through the forest and came upon this town and met these awesome people. Are you sure it was me?
I mean, obviously, if it wasn't, then something really weird is going on. But that whistle, my whistle, that was you. I watched you die.
Gosh.
Okay, anyways,
Well, I'm alive, and...
Which I am... Don't get me wrong, it's just sort of, I remember all the pain and grief, and it's a lot right now. But we should probably figure out what's going on here and how to get out.
You know, it's kind of strange. You seem a little bit more fixated on making sure she realizes that she had died and less on the fact that she's back alive. You're just cool with
really
her being back alive?
No, I mean, this is also, it's a big deal because I watched her die.
She seems like the real deal. I mean, she knows the story and everything, so.
I can't remember what happened after I opened the gate and went into the entrance of the 7th layer. I just don't remember anything after that.
Well, you now were just kind of reborn, so maybe that's what happened to me. But I don't remember being in here at all.
Does that mean I died?
Maybe.
Did you have your whistle when you came in here?
I did.
So how did the whistle end up back at the surface?
I have no idea.
Yeah, how did it end up with Bondred?
Wait,
You mean
no,
Ben?
Ozin had it, right?
Oh, Ozar. Ozin? Is that how you say your name?
Ben.
Right. Well,
had it.
I don't really know the details of how it even got up there, to be honest.
So did anybody come down here with you?
No, it was just me, but cause I remember I came down cause I had to stop the cycle. We have to stop the cycle.
What cycle?
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Did you guys met Bonjud already, right?
Yes.
Oh, the thing where like the stuff from the abyss is coming up?
Yes.
Oh. You were working with him.
Well,
I'm just gonna like look around awkwardly, be like, cycle, and we're in a. Dear God.
Gross. Yes, that's exactly what we need to stop. We need to stop. We need to stop. Baby Abyss about to have its first period.
That means we have to impregnate the abyss.
Oh gosh, I'm not working with Bondrewd, as far as I remember. My recent memories are a little bit hazy, which we'll have to get that sorted out as well. No, the cycle of like every 2,000 or so years, the abyss adds another layer by consuming whatever's directly above it.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that one. I mean, Bondrewd's a creep, but he did try and save you, so I have no ill will against him.
Tried to save us?
Galadriel.
Oh.
When I was dying, what'd he do?
You know, I guess in that respect, he said he couldn't do anything.
That filthy liar.
I was kind of running high on emotions at that moment, so maybe Anyways, the point is...
Can I check if I still have my whistle?
Yes, you still do.
Oh, that's weird. I still have mine.
You have a white whistle?
Yeah.
I'm...
Bondrewd killed her daughter. His daughter.
Sorry.
It hits me not as hard as most, I think. But yeah, it's a little rough.
Probably revive her.
Yeah, we're trying to see if, like, she can come back to life like Galadriel did. Hoping you would know how that worked. But, guess not.
Sorry, things are hazy right now. And I guess as you guys are walking or whatever, you notice as you walk by another one of these weird placentas, there is another figure inside.
Oh, great. Twins.
Here we go.
Oh, hey, it's that, Fire Nation dude. What's his name?
Screw him. We should leave him.
Princess Zuko. Okay.
What is he doing here?
Oh, we, saw him in the 6th layer.
Yeah.
We should probably get as much out as we could, because I don't like this place, so...
Is he stuck in a membrane, or is he, like...
He is, like, where all of you guys, he's stuck in his own nightmare cycle hell thing.
We should leave him in there.
Alright, let's free him for the Lord.
What?
Take my bow and just shoot at him?
You really...
He took over my village and killed a lot of people.
Oh, that's fair. I don't like the guy either, but, like... we can just leave him there, right?
Well, he's gonna come
Nah,
back.
I don't think we
I
can.
mean, does he have a white whistle? Can he
Good
come
for you.
back up through the layers?
You don't see one on his person as far as you can tell.
Give me that sweet lore.
I mean,
So-
Are you cutting him open? Are you cutting him out?
I'm gonna
Give me that
die.
sweet lore.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm in on this.
Well, so you guys watch as Wheelie takes out his knife. What do you do?
The hell, Wheelie.
Hey, we need as much allies as we can. So I really hate. Also, this place sucks.
I'm not ready. I'll just blast again.
I don't know what's happening, but 3 people just stabbed him. Okay. I actually need Wheelie. I need you to make the attack with advantage.
I was talking about the placenta, but okay.
Oh, you're just
Yeah,
okay.
he's stabbing open. He's ripping open the membrane.
But
Ew.
Odin and Ganondorf are just straight up stabbing him.
Affirmative.
So you guys let him take his breath, and then you're stabbing him.
You guys don't even know him. All right. So you
Wait,
all
we
right.
didn't give him his redemption arc.
Zuko falls out and like he takes his first breath, and both of you bring your weapons directly onto his back and pin him to the ground.
So, you have any wheels of steel?
What?
The man asked you a
Um,
question.
So, you have any wheels of steel?
Sorry. Okay, no, there's a lot going on. Okay. He doesn't register the pain at first, right? And he's sort of like trying to push himself up but unable to, and he's like confused for a second. And then it hits him. And he just lets out like a groan. He sounds exhausted.
Why are you here?
Who are you?
No, you.
We're balls and bagpipes.
She's waiting for me.
Who?
Who's waiting for you?
What's with all these ridiculous, like... Whatever, keep going.
Keep saying what you were going to say.
I was gonna say, what's with all these people not knowing where they're going, or like where they are? What is this?
I mean, we don't know either, so, I mean...
Exactly, that's my point!
And a voice reverberates throughout the chamber that can I have everybody make a wisdom save?
Oh god.
Zuko. Oh, snap.
Can I use my
Wow.
nat 20?
Yeah, if you want to use your birthday lucky, you totally can.
Yeah, okay.
15.
Yes, so you rolled an 8 basically. Yeah. Okay. Well, I was gonna say it was pretty on brand given what happened, but everybody hears the voice of the one they cherish most calling out to them, and it asks them to come find me. For brevity's sake, we don't have to go through everybody. Flinty and Wheelie, both of you hear this as well, but something is clearly off with it. And Galadriel, you hear Adriana, and I think you have advantage because you also see Adriana before you, and Adriana looks at you, and is like, that was you.
That wasn't my voice. I'm standing right here.
But what did you hear?
I heard you.
All right. Something weird's going on. Everybody else, Odin and Ganondorf, your armed arms, your weaponed arms go limp, giving Zuko the leeway to stand up, still bleeding from these 2 cuts, and both of you start very slowly moving towards the center.
Oh, not this shit again.
That's gonna be pretty much everybody except for Flinty, Wheelie, Galadriel, and Adriana.
Let's follow them.
Yeah, at least they're showing us the way. As long as they're not jumping off any cliffs this time.
Well, you do just see them walk into this pool of blood and disappear beneath it.
What?
How deep is the blood?
Hold on, where?
Is it like baby-sized pool, or is it like?
No, it's definitely like one of those deep end things where you should not be underwater for that long.
I'll play my counter charm. I remembered.
I'm gonna try again and use my portal gun, I guess. Drain out the freaking blood.
Yeah, okay. Wheel, your portal gun does nothing.
Yeah, fuck you.
I also misinterpreted counter charm. It's definitely not just a catch-all negate mind-altering effects, but it does give them advantage. So, if you failed, would you like to roll another wisdom save?
Yes.
Please go ahead and do that.
With advantage, right?
Well...
No, oh, no. Okay, I see what you mean. I see.
Yes. So...
You guys suck!
No. Okay, well, Eragon's fine, but everybody else... Well, Galadriel, you're fine as well.
Wait, blood?
Yes, that is blood.
Oh.
Get the hell out of there.
Wait, so is Odin fine because he rolled a 19?
I'm gonna start drinking the blood.
I guess so. Okay, the problem. Okay, there's a lot going on. I see what you're saying. I think because I gave advantage afterwards, that second roll shouldn't count because that's kind of like against the spirit of rolling again. If you know that, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Eragon, you should summon your cows to drink the blood.
So, okay, yeah, here's what's happening. Odin, Ganondorf, I want to say Isarya, you probably hear your dad's voice, but don't let me make that choice for you. Yeah, so all of these, actually, let's have Zuko make a wisdom save with disadvantage, because he is so deep in this. All right, yeah, Zuko just, yes, Nanachi as well.
With advantage, I guess.
Oh yeah, I guess Nanachi has advantage. 15 is just there. Yeah, Zuko is also just in the all 4 of them are just kind of wading deeper and deeper into this pool and show no signs of stopping. Eragon bends over. Eragon gets in willingly and just starts doing that weird thing that one kid in the pool does where they just drink the water.
Eragon, can you pull him out?
Hey, Flinty, if you pee in the pool, will that, like, counteract their charm effects?
Wait, Josie.
I don't think so.
I mean, you could try.
No,
What's up?
I don't need to go.
Technically, I have to make a separate wisdom saving throw for it, though.
Oh, that's... I mean, you're not... I was thinking you were doing it willingly.
Oh, it's... Okay. I mean, yeah, I can do it too willingly.
You just like the taste of it.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I mean, I could pour pee in the pool. Maybe it'll stop them from...
just pull them out?
The 4 of them are getting deeper. Isarya's head is the first to disappear.
Oh my god. Wheelie, grab her!
I fucking grabbed Isarya.
Yeah, make a strength check. Nope. You actually kind of get pulled in with her and start treading.
No. I'll try and grab.
It's fine. Wheelie's not drowning. He's just treading the water now, but... Whoa! Alright. Yeah, you like you just fling yourself out. It's pretty much just your waist down is on terra firma, and you grab the back of Isarya's cloak, slick with blood, and just wrench her out.
It's disgusting.
You just and both you pull over so much force that both of you sort of like fall backwards into this wall, knocking her out of this trance.
I fall on top of her.
Yeah, definitely.
Yo, what are you doing?
Fuck.
Get it together.
Oh God, what happened? I'm so confused.
Oh man,
Hey,
people.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but we still have at least 2 people that are going to drown.
Oh my God, our tanks. We need your tanks. You guys have any ideas?
Let me check. What's my forked tongue? Give me a moment. Wisdom saving throw DC 12. Okay, that sounds fair.
I'm blowing blood bubbles.
I'm gonna
Okay.
reach in and grab whoever's closest to me, or try to at least.
Definitely.
Holy Flinty.
Okay, I will help her.
Oh yeah, Isarya, get advantage. All right, Wheelie, what do you say? Yeah, make a strength check with advantage. And Wheelie, what do you say?
No, you're following! No! Don't sit on the voice! It's right here, you idiots!
I don't even know what you said.
Follow me! Oh, heck, hold on. Let me repeat that again.
The audio quality is just... I don't even know what's going...
No, you're going the wrong direction! My voice is over here!
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Ganondorf, Odin, make a wisdom save with disadvantage. Wheelie, you also make a wisdom save.
No. That's if they succeed.
Oh, if they succeed. Okay.
I guess also, like, Zuko, but I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I guess Zuko would also make a wisdom save.
Okay.
All right, Odin beats it. Yeah, Ganondorf absolutely fails and starts walking towards Wheelie. From back up out of the water, like that weird, I don't know, thing that Godzilla does.
Wait, Odin succeeded?
Odin succeeds, so he just keeps going.
Heck, I guess I need to make my own wisdom saving throw.
Oh yeah, you have to convince yourself. Okay, I guess you believe your own lie? I don't know what that means, but...
I was the one who actually said that!
Wait, no, but you walk in the wrong direction. Right?
Yeah.
So you don't walk towards the...
No, he doesn't. I don't really know what goes on.
I succeeded at the initial whatever that voice is, but I failed my own. So
yeah, and I want to say, Isarya, you are not strong enough to pull Odin out. He's wearing metal armor. He's now like waterlogged, and you just can't get a firm grip on it because it's just slick with blood. Odin ventures further and further. Odin, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
God damn, is Ganondorf back with us?
Yes, although he thinks that Wheelie sounds like his most cherished one, which I don't know what that is. You slap him, he comes back. Odin, you're gonna take... Wow, okay, you take, 1... I guess drowning damage? I don't really know what that qualifies as.
Oh! He seems fine.
Ganondorf! Go save your friend Odin!
Follow my voice, god damn it!
Ganondorf!
He's playing with our daughter for a second. She's being very needy, and they're building a train track right now, so just give him a minute.
He's very enthusiastic about practicing to save Odin, like in that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was a chocolate pool.
Augustus!
yeah, Augustus Gloop.
Hold on, give me time to take off my suit.
Can you upcast any spell?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm out of spell slots for level 2, but...
I mean, as long as it's yeah. I mean, like it. If it doesn't get any additional benefit, then nothing. But you can still upcast it if that makes sense.
Well, when Ganondorf comes back, I'm gonna enlarge him so he can go grab it.
Ooh.
Alright, Ganondorf, what's... Alright, I forgot.
No, he's out of the trance, right?
Yeah, I'll just like add it for flavors. Alright, Ganondorf, do exactly as I say. When you become a big friendly fucking like captured Odin.
Actually, Ganondorf has a freaking go-go gadget arm. Freaking just use that.
Yeah, Ganondorf, you haven't listened to my voice.
He's just, I don't know what's going on. He's just chilling out there.
Do it. Your friend is drowning. Do it.
You're not Ganondorf. Yeah.
Yes.
You're not Ganondorf.
What's going on? I'm so confused.
Dynasty, are you muted again?
They might be dealing with their child. Alright.
I'm so confused because like you have like Dynasty talking through Eternal.
Yeah. No, I guess I can. Yeah, I think. Wow, he's got a large strength. Are you Flinty? Are you in large reducing him?
No. I'll save my spell slots if I can. If it doesn't
All
work, I'll
right.
use
Yeah,
them.
go ahead and have Ganondorf make a strength check. You see as he shoots out his extendo arm, which wraps around Odin. It does stop him from going any deeper, but it doesn't bring him out. Odin, go ahead and make another Constitution save.
I guess I'll grab a Ganondorf and pull Odin to the surface.
You take you take one more drowning damage. Okay, yeah. Let's just have I think since you have some people helping out at this point, just I guess give Ganondorf another go at this strength check.
Yay.
Yep. All right. With the double advantage because you're both are helping him, he actually pulls so hard that Odin goes flying, maybe a little too hard, and bonks his head on the ceiling, which definitely knocks him out of whatever trance he was in.
So Zuko is just bye-bye?
Well, Zuko is following my voice, so he rolled that one.
Yeah.
So Zuko is actually... So I guess Zuko will have to do whatever I say, so that's good.
Well, I don't know if I would agree with that, but...
I am your mother, Zuko.
I thought I'd lost you.
No, I'm here.
You look different, though. You look greener. It must be the curse of this blasted place.
No,
we must get out of here.
No, that's just passed down through generations and generations of genes.
I suppose I cannot question you.
Wait, ask him questions. Why is he here?
What are you doing here, my son?
I felt called. I felt drawn here.
Give me a more specific answer.
I can't. At first, I delved into the abyss for power, but the deeper I went, the stronger I heard you calling for me. I thought I'd lost you.
Why did he destroy the village?
Well,
I don't think he did though, because the village still exists. He just like took over it, right?
Well, take over, whatever. Ask him.
Why did you start setting the village on fire?
I didn't do that, Mother.
Who did?
But nobody did.
Wait.
Are you lying to me, my son?
No, I'm not lying. Please.
Hey, Galadriel, what's with this guy?
Alright, she's helping the baby.
The baby. What do you guys want to do with him? Like,
Okay, so, this is the guy that destroyed with his army my family's town and took over.
Well, he's saying that like he only took it over.
I might have forgotten
No.
the specific details.
What else are you hiding?
Killed a lot of my people and ran them off into the woods and was chasing them and
Wait,
hunting
so-
them down to kill them.
But he's saying he didn't do all that.
You know, I might have forgotten.
Well,
Maybe it's a different. Maybe it's Ozone.
The scar is on the wrong side.
A different person.
I mean, does he have a twin? That's
No.
the only
This
way.
is the person. I think I forgot. I forgore exactly what his role in your backstory was, and that's on me. And you were not here, so I was just kind of.
You're good.
I was just kind of going. You. And he like squints at you, Galadriel and Adriana. Both of you look very familiar.
That's because you destroyed our town and then you chased after me and Adriana through the woods, and then we got split apart, and this is the first time I've seen her since then.
I can't believe it, Zuko. You're a bandit. You betray your own mother's heart.
I have no quarrel with you. Not down here, at least.
Well, either way, you're gonna have to help us get out of here.
I
And we'll figure out what's
would
going on
agree.
afterwards.
I would agree that working together would be in all of our best interests at the current moment.
But we don't trust you. We're keeping our eyes on you.
Likewise, and
I'll raise my sword above my head, readying the attack.
No, don't attack my son. He's my son. He's done a lot of bad things, but
I think you can drop the act, Wheelie.
I feel my.
Or do you believe it though? I think you might still believe that you legitimately think you're his mother.
I feel my wisdom save. Yes, I.
I'm gonna slap Whaley.
I was so confused on why he was talking like that. I was like, man, I really missed something because I have no idea who he's trying to be. But now I'm
Wheelie managed to convince Zuko and himself that he was Zuko's mother. Okay, yeah, no, you're out of it.
Oh. I'm still gonna pretend to be his mother, so.
I think that is no longer necessary.
Look, the important thing is that I saved your life, so you owe us back. And that is to destroy whatever is in this layer.
It is not in my best interest to instigate anything between us at this moment.
I would agree. Let's find a way out of here.
So what do you guys do?
I guess we need to destroy the heart. Which way is it coming from?
The center.
The center.
Yeah, like the big old chamber in the middle. And there's a couple ways you can go about it. You can try and cross this pool of blood, which is very deep. Or you can take the long way, which is probably less physically intensive, but there may be other things in store for you.
Or we could dig our way to it like a trailer in Deep Rock Galactic.
Okay, you can certainly try.
Can Eragon summon like 8 T-Rexes and chew our way through?
Are they? Do we even know if it's all connected?
Wait,
yeah, I don't know.
Wait, do you even have enough spell slots because you wasted it on like some egg?
On some egg?
And like the 6th layer when you were like mind control or something.
Oh yeah, I forgot we used those spell slots. Let me check. Do I feel? Oh yeah. Yeah, I can do it. But I don't think that's a good idea because we're just gonna be mindless T-Rexes.
Yeah, we don't know if it's gonna work too.
Yeah.
Find a way.
Is there? I mean,
so pool of blood or another way, guys? What do you think?
Well, the pool of blood didn't seem to hurt Odin that much.
That much?
You took like 2 damage. You only took like...
Odin coughs up a little bit of blood as you say that.
Which
not his own blood, just not his own blood, just blood from this pool.
It wasn't all that pleasant though. Tastes like
iron,
copper, iron,
and
metal.
how would we be able to get out if we got in?
I don't want to go in something made out of copper.
I think it's mostly iron though, right? I don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know giant creature physiology. Maybe they use copper to transport oxygen in their blood instead of iron.
Let's take the long way out.
Yeah, I'm good with not going back in there.
Oh boy. Okay.
What's the worst that could happen?
There's another blood pool on the other side.
Well, I mean, again, I appreciate the no metagaming, but you can see that there is no such blood pool. So you guys take the long way around. You're sort of just wandering around at this point, like trying to figure out what's going on. But you know the one thing that does guide you is the beat of this heart that continues to permeate throughout. Yeah, and you guys end up reaching like around this bend, and you hear some movement from that hallway. What do you do?
I'm gonna take a peek.
I'm gonna hide.
All right, if you want to take a peek, Wheelie, I need you to make a stealth check if you want to take a peek.
Okay.
Backhand roasting. Nat 20. Okay. I'm gonna say Ganondorf's probably not there, otherwise he would be revealing you guys. But you watch as from the fleshy walls, these misshapen things sort of take form from the flesh around them and build themselves a body. There's not too many of them. There's really just 3. And they're sort of just aimlessly shambling.
What do you see?
Some flesh humanoids, zombies.
Can we take them?
Fireball.
Are they baby? Like baby babies? Are they making
They're
noise?
they're not babies. No, they're like your size.
Oh, okay.
Kill the babies.
Are they
What do you guys
looking this
wanna
way?
do?
No.
They do not currently see you guys.
I'm gonna move across the other side.
Go ahead and make a stealth check. Womp womp.
I thought you said you were looking.
They weren't looking, but I mean, you make noise. All right, here's what's gonna happen.
Just because I said that they weren't looking doesn't mean that you get to go. Oh,
Oh my god. You guys okay?
I'm sorry. I'm very, very damp yet. I'm a little heavier than I was.
Yeah. Feels bad.
Here's what happens. Wheelie, you have a surprise round.
okay.
Don't worry about the timer. I'll pause that actually. All right.
Okay, so how much feet? 5, 10, 15. Run up to this guy. What does he look now?
Where does he look now?
I guess like.
I mean, he will have. He will have.
A better
will have
description.
Sorry.
I knew who's gonna go first.
A better description is what does he look now that I'm closer to him?
Oh, what does he look like?
Yes.
Okay, I see. Okay, yeah. Here's what I like. So, Wheelie, you run up and you definitely get advantage, right? But he's gonna see you because you're gonna reveal yourself in a second. You watch as the skin over his exposed flesh, it changes color, and he takes the form of your older brother.
Hidi? Remember this old game?
You're in like the middle. You used to stab each other as kids?
Apparently.
Well, I mean, I didn't know if I had to roll a wisdom saving throw, to be honest.
I mean, with a surprise round, you definitely get the first attack in before anything happens. Okay, yeah. And you realize in horror as you can't get you can make a wisdom save now, if you want. So 10. You know it's not your brother, but you are going to have disadvantage because you can't get over. You just can't get over it in your head, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
Okay, so he's gonna take 43 damage, right?
So it says I don't have disadvantage on the attack roll with Rockish Audacity.
No, it's not saying you don't get disadvantage. It's saying that if you don't have disadvantage, you can use sneak attack.
Okay.
You gotta read those words closely. You are going to, so you will have disadvantage on future rolls against this target. But I believe it's your turn again.
I mean, you know the drill, so.
Yeah, so that was your surprise round, so it is your turn again.
I guess a 26 hits.
Wow, you're really going for it, huh? This, what's his name? Hiti?
Hidi?
Hidi? Oh, Hidi. Okay. So yeah, Hidi was like, he when he formed, he was like, wheelie, and then you just stabbed him. Your eyes go wide, and then you stab him again, I guess.
You're not burning everything, you're not real.
What are you Yeah, he lets out just this very unnatural growl, and he briefly, like, his flesh sort of pops at weird angles and shifts underneath his skin. He's hit again for 23 damage.
Okay. I'm gonna move away from him for 20 feet, and then I'm gonna stealth behind his flesh circle wall.
Okay. Yep, go ahead and make a stealth check.
And that's the end of my turn.
Sounds good. Ganondorf. Okay. I need you to make a wisdom save first. And here's a good question. Who does Ganondorf care about?
Odin, duh.
Okay, great.
It's canon.
As you round this corner, you like just barely miss it, but this guy just changed its skin to Odin. And you're raged, so you hesitate for a bit. So you get to roll normally. Your rage sort of fueling your attack as opposed to like, oh, I'm attacking somebody I care about. It would not give you advantage, no. Yes. Okay. Can you one-hand a great axe? Oh, whoa, you have that thing now, huh? Okay. Yeah, you ram your sword into the visage of Odin, who takes a step back, and some blood drips onto your sword. He looks up at you he looks betrayed. But you are blind with rage as you let go of the sword, still impaled in him, and with your great axe, cleave him in twain, freeing your sword, grabbing it on the upswing, and you have split Odin in half. You watch as his two halves sort of splatter against the walls and are absorbed back in. Yeah, of course. Okay. Excellent. I'm gonna pause the timer real quick because something happens. Ganondorf, as you fell this creature, everybody hears the voice of something that sort of echoes throughout. It is deafening, it is deep and guttural, and it says, "You cannot escape from my gaze. I see everything." And Ganondorf, a bladed pillar of flesh juts up from the ground and slashes at you. You roll out of the way as this blade appears from the ground and like threatens to stab you. It rises at alarming speed and crashes into the ceiling above, sending viscera spraying everywhere, and it retracts slowly back into the ground.
Ew.
Eragon, it is now your turn.
Okay, so they're just these two, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna take off my staff, and I'm gonna cast Wall of Thorns on them.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna make it like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Go ahead and cast it.
I can't. Oh, here you go.
All right. They are not particularly dexterous. I'll get to that in a moment. That's something I forgot to do this week. I was talking to Wheelie. You don't have to do that yet. So you can either click the end turn button, which I made for you, or you can. But let me finish calculating the damage first, because that's still part of your turn. I don't want the next person to feel rushed. Okay, so one of them saves and will take 15 piercing. The other one will take the full 30. Yeah, you raise. I mean, I don't even know where this wall comes from. But you watch as it bursts out from the ground underneath and entirely surrounds these creatures.
Nice.
And if you'd like to end your turn, just click on your token. In the top left, you should have a little end turn token action.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
So with that being said, it must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 feet. How thick is the wall?
I drew it, so I'm not really sure.
Let's see. 5 feet thick, or a circle that has a 20-foot diameter, and also 5 feet thick. Okay, so basically it needs to spend 20 feet of movement to get out of the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, so and I believe if it's going to enter the wall, it has to make a dex save or else take the damage again. These guys don't really think that well, so I'm definitely gonna have it make a dex save. Oh, I have to be clicking this. Whoops. Okay, it saves, but it is going to take half 78. So why don't you go ahead and roll 78?
Okay. I'll just do 4 and a 3.
Don't forget, you can also type /roll 78 in the chat. Okay, so that is going to be a total of 36, having down to 18 damage. You watch as its flesh is peeled apart as it just sort of forces itself through the wall of thorns.
All right, sweet. Thanks.
And that's all it can do because it used all of its movement. Next up are NPCs. Man, why do I always have like 500 NPCs on your side? Nanachi is going to hop around and take a shot, but not without making a wisdom save first. Okay. And then we do a little pew pew. Pew. Both of those hit for a total of 24. Oh, but that's not magical, is it? So 12 damage instead is done. And that is the end of their turn. Okay. Odin.
Alright, I'm gonna move up. And I'm going to attack.
Make a wisdom save. Okay, you are going to make the attack with disadvantage as this golem takes the appearance of, let's say, one of your long dead vet friends.
Oof, Ganondorf, you see that? It's not you.
That still hits. What do you do next?
Shield bash.
Okay. Not a strength save. It's a strength check. Well, I guess. Yeah, that's all right.
20.
Okay. I believe you still win. Okay. Yeah, you. This is actually great. Eragon, roll the. What is it? 78. Roll that again. Okay. Odin, you send it flying backwards into essentially this bed of spikes and stick your friend onto this wall of thorns, which is going to take. I guess he makes a dex save again, but I'm going to say with disadvantage because you knocked him back. All right. It's going to take the full damage. It takes 19, and your friend is just like shredded and lets out, like, in their dying breath, "How could you?" before the flesh sort of melts away from the wall and sinks into the ground.
And then I'm going to whip out my longbow and shoot at the other guy.
The other guy is inside. I don't think you could shoot at him. He's inside like an enclosed space.
Okay. Well, then I'll just end here.
Okay. Don't forget, you can end your... Excellent.
Got it.
Isarya.
Close space, you say?
Yes.
Enclosed space of what?
It's a wall of thorn.
Oh, and this is Eragon's Wall of Thorn?
Yes.
And we can't get to it.
It's a concentration spell, so I can just, if you yell at me, I can drop concentration.
But it would have to be on your turn.
Well,
What
you can.
happened to my spells?
Oh, I thought you can. Oh, so you can't drop concentration whenever? Or okay.
Are your spells gone?
Wait, did we didn't take a long rest or anything since
Nope.
last time I was okay.
Nope.
Oh, I'm fucking bone dry.
No, you're not. What are you talking about?
I have no level 3s, no level 6.
You've
one
got
level
3 level
5.
4s. Calm down.
No!
You whiny
need it.
baby.
Jesus.
Are the thorns flammable?
You also have 50 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and mind spike that person.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely see it.
Definitely can.
I'm guessing that's a wisdom save?
Let's see. Yeah, wisdom 16.
All right. He's going to do the full damage, and what happens?
And I know where it's at.
Okay. Yeah, they're definitely inside that wall.
And that will be it for me. I enter. There we go.
Oh, it's turn next. I guess it makes another dex save to try and get out. Not so good. Go ahead and roll that 78 again, Eragon. It's not very smart.
I know you can type it, but it's actually faster just doing it like that.
I guess, but then I have to do the math. That's 29. Half down to 4. I guess not half because he didn't save. Yeah, you hear just like gross cracking and shredding sounds as it pushes out, takes the 29 damage. And I think it's just going to try and attack Odin. This time it does look like Ganondorf, but it doesn't have a shield. You take 22 bludgeoning. That is a lucky crit.
So did he miss once and then hit once, or?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna repose the first one.
The second one.
I think repose is when he misses.
Oh.
Yep.
You don't know how fighter works. Let Odin play his own class.
Damn.
To be fair, I just saw a crit.
I await your rolls, good sir.
Yeah, I was trying to make sure I don't fuck it up.
Nice. I think you also rolled the okay, 18 damage. Excellent. So Ganondorf goes in for a sort of like right hook, and you parried away your shield.
Oh, Ganondorf.
Well, like as the fake Ganondorf, right?
Wait, it's Ganondorf this time?
It is Ganondorf this time.
Oh. Wow. Interesting.
But it is also sort of not exactly Ganondorf. The physique is shifting between Ganondorf and other people. Okay, and the second one definitely hits for that 22. And that is the end of its turn. Galadriel.
So I'm gonna move over. Mark with Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And shoot my oath bow at him.
There's a plus in there.
What?
Nothing. I know when you guys crit because I can see the plus in the damage output. You draw back your oath bow and plant a shot right through the open mouth, severing the head, pinning it to the wall of thorns. And you watch as the flesh melts away and merges back with the ground.
Aw, I didn't get to play. Good job, guys.
That's it.
Wait, so there was like, I just got back from the bathroom and I'm looking up and there was like this flesh stick that attacked Ganondorf or something?
Ganondorf was attacked by something, yes. I guess I should end combat, huh? Hold on, how does this work? I hope I didn't bug it out. Hold on, I can fix this. Oh no!
Wait, what's wrong? Oh, is it still?
Hold on, I can fix it. Can I fix it? I'm gonna restart the API. I forgot I have to end combat in there. That's fine. You guys go ahead and talk. It's not a big deal. It shouldn't affect anything on your end.
We gotta head to that heart now.
Yeah, Adriana, do you have any weapons on you? Oh, I guess DM is busy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. And then we just gotta get this guy out of here. Okay. Somebody asked a question. Something happened.
Yeah, I asked Adriana if she has any weapons.
I've got a pickaxe.
Oh, like the fancy one with the trigger?
No.
Is it made of steel?
I guess.
Could always rely on it.
I did have a fancy one. It was lost along the way.
Wait, doesn't one of us have that?
I'm just staring at Galadriel.
I think Ganondorf has it.
I'm just staring at Ganondorf.
I'm gonna stare at Ganondorf too.
Stare at Ganondorf.
Gonna stare at Ganondorf as well.
Adriana's pickaxe? The one with the fancy trigger? What the hell do we do with it?
Gonna stare at Galadriel.
Your stuff definitely starts getting absorbed into the ground as you like dump some loose trinkets.
Adriana, you know how to shoot a bow? Crossbow?
I mean, anybody can shoot one of those, right? Listen, I can hold my own in a fight. I made it down here pretty much by myself. I just don't really have anything right now, which kind of makes it hard.
Can I give her my light crossbow and the 10 bullets? bolts.
That would be appreciated.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we never lost a pickaxe.
Goodbye, crossbow.
Probably gave it to someone.
We had one in our dream thingy.
I know we have the pickaxe. I know we have the pickaxe. Just gotta find it somewhere.
I'm pretty sure somebody has it. I know it's in the party somewhere.
I don't have it. Don't look at me.
I never pick up shit.
I'm gonna stare at each and every single one of them. I'm gonna narrow my eyes. I'm gonna make.
It's not meant to steal.
It's called Blaze Reap.
If anyone's lying.
From the funeral in the first
Ozin
layer or
gave
something.
the funeral. Ozin gave it to you.
Never mind it.
As I type it in my inventory, here you go.
I mean, it was given to somebody, but you guys might never have actually used it. It's in your journals. No, you definitely grabbed it. I remember that happening. So,
I do too.
don't worry about it. We can just say whoever has it gives it to eight. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Playing dumb, huh, Ganondorf?
Hey, like this Eldritch being, just give us a moment. Just trying to look for this pickaxe.
Alright, well, now we can keep going if, you know, this thorn wall wasn't there.
I'm just gonna stare at Eragon.
I'm gonna stare back at him. I'm gonna stare back at
really-
all of you. Okay, I don't need this right now.
Everybody's really, really staring today, huh?
This abyss, man. Just want to get out of here.
I'm gonna look
We're
at
like,
Eragon and say, "Hey, bro, you can concentrate on something else now."
Oh. Okay, fine. Wait, can I let? Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. Whatever. I'll pull it down just because I want to get out of here too.
Oh, he's dead.
Wait, what happened to you?
Oh, I deleted myself too.
He just disappeared into thin air. Oh, he's back.
I'll
Oh
be
my
like, good job,
gosh.
Eragon. I'll try to pick up a piece of meat and hand it to him.
Okay, yeah, make a strength check. You squeeze the meat on the ground, and it is very tough and does not pick up.
Never mind. This is not very
Squeeze the meat.
appetizing.
I'm gonna take my my poison vial and I'm just gonna dump it on the floor.
Okay, yeah, sure. You do that, and the muscles shudder just a little bit as it is absorbed.
It's not a picky eater, huh?
I'm gonna take the parasite mushrooms that I got and I'm gonna start placing them all over the place.
Okay, yeah, they start pulsating, I guess, and eating stuff from the ground. I don't really know how to describe it. I mean, yeah, I don't even know why you have those, but I guess you do.
Should we get
Yeah,
going, guys?
that'll show them.
Maybe in about a few weeks.
All right, let's follow that heartbeat.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. As the party ventures upwards, man, I need to do something about playing 3 NPCs in the party.
Shoot one.
Yeah, just have one die. on one dead end, you sort of discover a pool of blood-looking liquid. Seems to shimmer just a little bit. You can ignore it and move on if you want.
It's like a dead end. Oh, God.
Sure, yeah, cast your rod in there. Why not?
Out of all the times you decide to fish,
I'm gonna ready my Eldritch Blast.
I'm slightly concerned.
You cast your rod into there, and it just sort of sits on top of the blood because it is denser than water.
What
yeah,
is this thinking about?
I get.
Oh, yes.
You can't smite me. I didn't use the amulet.
Okay, it sinks below the surface of the water. I'm not gonna make you roll survival because I'm just gonna straight up tell you that there's no fish down here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Too bad. Moving on.
All right. There are various pools of blood just sort of scattered about, and they do, unlike the large one you guys saw earlier, they are just shimmering ever so slightly bright.
I'm gonna see if it has like a bottom ground floor.
How?
Looking very hard.
I don't think you can see through blood. Like, literally, even if you rolled a nat 20 on perception, I don't think you could see through blood.
Anyone got a rock?
No.
I have poop. Probably hard by now.
Time to skip poop. Cross blood.
I'm gonna give Ganondorf some of my bat guano.
Isarya just walks up to you. Just walks up to you. It's just.
Oh, you're not skipping rocks? Kind of like a rock. Giving poop.
Make a dex check. Also, not a save, a dex check. That's fine. And also make a strength check. Okay, 14. You know what, Ganondorf? You get some nice spin on it, and okay, it's hard, but it's not like a rock. So parts of it definitely kind of just fling off as it skips over this very, very thick pool of blood. But you manage to skip it the entire length. Galadriel, are your friends always like this?
Yeah. They're a little different, but they all have big hearts. You just can't tell most of the time. But when it matters, it matters.
I wouldn't have
I
chosen
know
that particular set of words given the situation we're in.
I mean,
but...
yeah, I know that Isarya has a big heart. I've seen it. She got ripped open once. Also Ganondorf. I think they cut you open No, that was just your arm. Yeah, I don't think I've seen Ganondorf's heart. Anyway, I'll
Well,
take a
since you're
piece
good
of.
at finding hearts, why don't you find this
Oh,
heart?
that's true. Wait, I want to drop a piece of iron down into this pool.
Yeah, definitely. You just sort of take it out, plop it down. Takes a moment to sink below the surface because of the surface tension. And then you just don't see it anymore, I guess.
Got a bad feeling about these pools.
Not exactly sure what you were trying to accomplish there.
Wheelie, you want to go pee in that pool?
I draw one of my potions of corrosive pee inside of it.
Corrosive pee?
Yeah.
What is corrosive pee?
What?
Yeah, I got it. I got like 5 potions from like the Turbinate Dragon.
Oh, right, that thing. You drop it in this pool?
I guess technically I open it up and see the reaction.
Okay, it starts sizzling and a very unpleasant smell fills the room.
Yeah, I'll teach him.
It's actually extremely noxious, and Wheelie, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Yeah, so you inhale toxic fumes and you take 24 acid.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
What did you think was going to happen? You know that stuff is bad.
Oh, I mean, like, when I got it, it didn't happen to me when I was collecting it.
Do you know what happens when you put acid in, like, water-based liquids?
It could be different blood.
You don't take the full 24. You take the 12.
Yes.
Let's just go, guys. Let's keep going.
I don't know if it's just me, but I kind of want to step in it just to see what would happen.
Of course you would.
I poured pee in it.
You want to step in that?
I poured pee in it.
That's fair. Maybe not anymore. Maybe now it's a bad idea, actually. That's a good point. Maybe don't do that.
This pee fucking hurts.
Maybe if we find another pool.
So there is an entrance that is above the pool, but to do that, you'd have to get there.
Damn it! Oh.
Absolutely. Make a strength check.
Do you think that pool would have cured our sickness health situation?
With a 12, as you ask this, you watch as Ganondorf shoots his claw into the ceiling and just grab a mound of flesh. And like Indiana Jones tries to swing across, but your fingers lose their grip at the last second and you go tumbling into this pool. So it tastes it tastes really weird on account of all the stuff you guys have thrown in there. But Ganondorf, everybody else watches as like almost Ganondorf siphons like some of this blood. Ganondorf, your max HP has returned, so go ahead and also heal for 11.
Oh.
Wait, shit. Do we have to make... Oh.
And the pool stops shimmering.
So we have to... Wait, so we have to make the choice between, like, making ourselves feel better and also just going into this pee infested.
You guys want to go back to that other pool?
Oh, so now we're just gonna run around and jump in pools of blood?
Well, we only saw one pool before this, so like someone else can heal up to full.
I mean, that pool looked darker, so it probably means it's eviler. So we should probably like find another pool that's shiny.
So Ganondorf, you did not successfully get up there. You were in the pool right now, but you are free to get out if you want. Okay. Make an athletics check with disadvantage, as the wall is very slippery and also made of flesh, so it does not give you a good foothold. Okay, 13. You managed to clamber on up there. It's sort of weird because it moves when you grab onto it, but you are now at the top, and there's sort of like a descending staircase. While you're there, the sound of this heartbeat is extremely loud.
You're a bloody mess.
Just starts just starts prestidigitating.
Can you pull us across, Ganondorf?
Shiny, you're hiding.
I'm used to it. Actually, Odin, toss me.
All right. I'll pick her up. I'm gonna throw her. Throwing her straight and fast.
Okay. So
I don't
make a strength check.
I don't understand why Ganondorf like tried to like Indiana Jones up that flesh door thing when he literally could fly.
Flinty, you make it halfway across the pool before you start to fall.
Well,
Just belly flop. And by the way, it hurts a lot because it's a lot thicker than water.
Oh god, I'm gonna get out.
Yeah, the entire like front of your body's just red with well, it's bruised and also with blood, but mostly the red. There's a little bit of shame mixed in there.
You want to try that again, Odin?
Yeah, I mean, you're a little bit slippery, but yeah, let's do this thing.
Oh my god.
Same thing happens. I'm gonna make you take damage because like the same thing happened, and you're already a little sensitive from the you're gonna take some falling damage. Yeah, you take 4 bludgeoning damage as you splat onto the surface of the blood pool. Oh man. I think you just do it, right? You don't have to ask. Well, you can definitely shoot across and grab on to make a bridge, but whether or not it supports weight is another question, huh? All right. Flinty, a metal tightrope has been created for you. It is also slick with blood.
Is it uphill?
Yes.
Dang. So no zip lining. What, expect me to just climb on this thing?
I mean, I could just like carry you on, like run on this thing. So
You want to run on that? You know how to slackline, tightrope.
They can also be turned into ants.
Yeah, I can like probably run on this thing.
Who knew the hardest puzzle would just be how do you get over the pool? like is this really all I needed to do to stop you?
I think this is like easier than the door.
Who trusts me to like pick you up and then just like run on this metal arm thing?
Crickets.
No one apparently.
Alright,
I would say me, but you and me don't exactly see eye to eye. So.
I mean, like, fair, because like last time you just jumped inside like a flesh house, killed yourself immediately. So
it's for Eragon.
That was pretty good.
Alright, I'll just take Zuko and see what happens. If I fall,
No,
he gets fall damage.
No, don't touch me.
He gets fall damage.
No, you. Okay,
Don't
he's gonna
you dare
resist.
touch me.
Wait, what's going on?
I guess Zuko and Wheelie are wrestling.
Gonna pick him up and see if we can just wall
Wrestling
run.
or wrestling? Quotations?
No, no, you don't.
Acrobatics, what?
Because you're grappling him, right?
Do I need to roll acrobatics then?
No, so the way of grappling, which I've been doing it, I've been sort of inconsistent because I didn't know how it worked, but basically when somebody is grappled, when they roll to escape, they make either athletics or acrobatics.
You can trust me. See, look at me, just roll, just like run on this metal arm. I'm gonna run up this arm.
I'm okay. Make a dexterity check with disadvantage. You fall down right on it, and it hits your crotch, and it's really bad, and you very slowly slide off into the pool of blood below you. You take 4 bludgeoning damage, but the worst part, it's all concentrated at your groin, just all of it.
Hey, Wheelie. How much HP does your groin have?
What's a groin?
Are you a eunuch?
Wheelie.
What?
Okay, I guess he's completely fine.
So, I guess. Let's get across his arm.
You know, I don't want to point it. We could continue looking for another entrance.
Hey, Ganondorf, can you just, like, fly over here and, like, fly me over there and, like, you know, do the flying thing with your little fly boots? You know, do your Hermes thing? That'd be pretty swell. Like, grappling arm is cool and all, but...
Just grab me and yank me across then.
Just... Okay.
Yeah, make a strength check.
Excuse me? When did I try?
Yo, not 20. Okay, yeah, let's not worry about the G-forces here. Flinty, you are wrenched very unceremoniously at high speeds towards Ganondorf. As the arm retracts back into its little sheath with a hearty clank.
All right.
I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this again.
There is no bridge there.
All right, I'll just go here. See if I can just freaking just climb all the way here, I guess.
Yeah, make an athletics check with disadvantage.
And before, well, I was gonna say before I do that, I'm gonna cast guidance.
Oh. Okay. You say a quick prayer to your god. You're like, what do you? Gundam god, please.
Gundam god.
LGO.
We are stuck at this one puzzle created by the most evil god in existence. Are you hopeless?
All right, go ahead and make the check with disadvantage, and add a D4.
Dexterity, you said.
Athletics, because you're climbing here. You're at disadvantage though. Okay, yeah, you get over there easily, pretty fast actually.
Can I just walk around it?
You can't. There's not like you can't really walk to this little platform the three of them are standing on. You'd have to climb up there somehow.
Oh, okay.
Come on, guys. I don't want to spend the next 30 minutes trying to figure out how you all get up on this wall. You don't have to be creative about it. Like...
Okay, so I'm going to follow this little route path and just go all the way around and meet them on the other side of it.
Okay, yeah, that works. I'm cool with that. Adriana follows you, and it's like, see? Smart, practical.
Yeah.
Don't get ambushed.
Yeah, let's say you guys, you don't go that entire way. How do I delete points? Don't worry about that. Yeah, so there is this other hallway. As soon as you walk around this bend, you hear something slam shut behind you.
What was that?
And you turn around, and the tunnel you came through is blocked by flesh.
Oh, well, you can only go forward. Come on, Brianna.
I guess.
Or go down.
Well, the only way up is through here, guys. Come on.
Yeah, so, we'll have this thing happening in tandem because there is something else in that hallway. So what are the rest of y'all doing?
Ganondorf, you coming? To do the fly thing?
I mean, guys, I can fly us over too.
I'll help him.
Make a strength check with advantage, I guess. Okay, yeah, you get him up there. It's a little slower than Flinty.
Oh.
Oh, me.
You could fly.
This is like children.
Oh, true. Yay.
Alright, yeah. He's up there now. Dang. You're doing real good here.
I hope.
Yep, I'm ready. All right. A little less dexterous, a little less well this time. You actually kind of have to slide Nanachi up the last bit up the wall. But Nanachi's there. Yeah, you just kind of get it in there, polish it with a nice cloth, a cloth that has somehow remained unsoiled by the blood that has just soaked into all of your clothing. Well, the other way is blocked, so help would be appreciated.
I don't help him.
We're chilling.
Oof.
Yep, no, you definitely drop him just into the water.
You can do better than that.
Yes, I agree with the green one.
Come on now.
Okay. Everybody's up there. Excellent. See, it wasn't that hard. Not everything has to be rocket science. Sometimes a hole in the wall is just a hole in the wall. Let's jump to Galadriel and Adriana. I guess everybody can be on this. So just understand that this upper thing here is blocked. As you round the bend, you hear some more movement. What do you do?
I'm gonna grab Adriana's hand and then just start running.
Okay, it's in front of you, not behind you.
In front of us? Okay.
Yeah, it's like from this corridor.
We're gonna like creep around.
Make a stealth check.
Stealthy and go up against the wall. Try to sneak around them.
16, you are unnoticed as you watch as some more meaty boys appear from the walls. Looks like the way ahead's a little blocked.
Yeah, I see that. Can I use the Stone of Fire speech and talk to Isarya and tell her that, hey, the way that me and Adriana came is blocked, and we're trying to go forward, and there's these 3 big, huge meat dudes that just showed up. Can you guys help?
Take my Stone of Sparpy. Sparplepla. Be like, sure. Be like, hey guys, we've got company where Adriana and Galadriel are and they need help. 3 big fleshy boys, kind of like Bob.
Why does she keep doing things without, like, you know, considering the fact that we are in an eldritch god stomach?
I don't know, but are we gonna go help her?
I don't even know where she is.
They just went around the corner.
Okay, I'm gonna... Okay, I look at the corner and I see it's blocked.
I guess we go forward and see if they're...
We're bound to run into them, right?
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. You guys approach this opening and you come upon a room that is quite tall. And there at the very center, you can now see and hear clearly a giant heart. But it looks a little different. There appears to be like a person merged with it. Vaguely female.
Oh, that's creepy.
Perception check.
Okay.
Is it just me? Or are there 2 Adrianas?
What?
You know, there's like the Adriana that was with us. That thing also looks like Adriana.
That thing looks like Adriana.
Was part of her body has been petrified.
Maybe that's just the effects of being down here for too long.
Well, I guess we should help Galadriel first. Maybe she can tell us. You guys see another way in here?
Yeah.
Whatever that thing is right now, it can't seem to see us. I am a little worried about dashing across. This place is not hospitable, and I'm unlikely to think that that heart would kindly welcome us into its arms.
I mean, it looks delicious, so...
Now is not the time. You can control your urges.
Sometimes you can't.
You know, I understand, but now is definitely one of those times where you should.
We can have the sneakiest people go and try to help Galadriel. Are you sneaky?
You're not very sneaky. Oh, that's true. You can.
I'm gonna make a perception check to see if there's any. I guess like Arcana checks to see if there's any bad magic.
Okay.
Looks safe to me. You could probably go ahead.
Okay. You cast invisibility, and as soon as your foot touches down on this chamber, you hear that voice again, loud and clear, coming from this heart. You cannot hide from me. And this passageway you guys came down from closes, I guess, like a sphincter, and extrudes all of you onto this chamber very ungraciously. Just sort of shoves you down there.
Oof.
Listen, sphincters don't have to refer to the anus specifically.
It's the
It's gonna be
only
the
one we think
stomach.
of.
No, don't worry, Josie. I was thinking about the stomach. Okay, I was thinking about the stomach.
And Galadriel and Adriana, behind you, another wall closes shut as flesh begins to slowly funnel you towards the central chamber. These meaty boys are retracted back in, and all the two of you are just sort of taken down like a gross water slide adventure. And the two entrances seal shut.
Well, fuck.
So can me and Adriana see them?
Yes, you can see everybody now.
Hey guys.
Hey, Adriana and Galadriel. Why is there another Adriana?
What?
You got pooped out too, didn't you?
The heart.
Something
Look at
really
the heart.
weird is happening.
This is... Why does... That's me.
So who are you?
Should you desire to know the truth, I can grant you that knowledge.
At what cost?
The truth about what?
Knowledge.
About your existence. About this place.
What do you want in return?
I hunger. I desire to feed.
Okay,
Feed
so
on what?
your proposal is you'll give us the truth. Feed us.
And you watch as this heart starts beating faster and faster, and it spasms a little bit as if it's losing control of itself. And this person, which was fused to the front and sort of just hanging over limp, lets out a cry and wrenches itself upright. Galadriel, everybody sees this. You watch as bits of viscera are flung off, exposing long, curly blonde hair. And it is the body of Adriana. Her lower half has been completely fused with the heart. And her left arm, holding in it, is an egg-shaped object. And you can see that it has been petrified up to the chest.
Is that a white whistle?
It is not a white whistle.
That's not
I'm
creepy
just-
at all.
Standing there in shock.
Galadriel. I don't think I can control myself much longer.
Adriana. Wait, but who's right in front of me?
This is...
Confused.
Can I have all of you make some intelligence checks?
Damn.
Okay. Galadriel and Flinty, do you recall the backstory of that village on the 6th layer?
Yeah.
Do you remember how there was an item that granted wishes, but had the potential to petrify the people that use them?
Oh. Yeah. So that's the stone that she's holding.
In her hand is what you can presume one of these cradles of desire. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. You especially, Adriana. And she sort of nods to her fabricated self. I've waited so long. But what you've heard from me, I guess, Galadriel, is true. You died on the way down.
How did
And
I come back to life?
I was alone for so long. When I made my way into the 7th layer, I was drawn to the heart. It called out to me. You called out to me. And I knew it couldn't be true, but I had to check, right?
I would have done the same thing.
When I got here, I found one of these damn stones, but, well, you must have seen it at this point, but the heart knew I came to destroy it, and it tried to stop me. It raised people that I cared about. And you were one of those people, Galadriel.
You wished us alive?
No. Remember, the heart must have tried to stop you at some point now. You must have seen how its creations take the shape. It knows your mind. The heart gave birth to a fabrication of you. And I was overrun. And so in a last-ditch effort, and she holds up the stone, use this damn thing. If I couldn't destroy the heart, then I would become the heart. And at least maybe I could buy everybody some time. And this place, that body that you're walking around in right now, the heart gave you a form, Galadriel. And I wished for your freedom.
Why would you do that?
I
You need to sacrifice yourself.
would have died either way.
So who's that other Adriana?
How can I set you free?
So I just got back. Which Adriana is speaking? This one or the one next to Galadriel?
Heart Adriana is speaking.
Okay.
The heart tried to stop you too. And it made Adriana for that purpose, to mess with you. And you watch as this petrification sort of slowly creeps across more of her body. I stopped that too. You may be thinking, why didn't you just wish for the heart to die? You have to understand, the Abyss gave birth to these objects. So they can't be used to destroy it. You are correct, Ganondorf. Galadriel, as hard as it may be, you are not the Galadriel that came down with me. You are
How did I
much
die?
like the Adriana standing next to you, an artificial being.
How did I die?
Scorpions from Layer 5.
Oh, that's right.
And Galadriel, as more and more of this is being revealed to you, memories from a lifetime ago begin flooding your memory, and you remember everything. You remember the journey down, and you remember dying. You remember how painful it was. You start to remember your time as a White Whistle. You would speak with Adriana as she went through the Abyss. And you also remember watching Adriana being overrun by these flesh copies. The last thing you remember is your soul being transferred out of the White Whistle into another body. And then when you woke up, you were back home.
I remember everything. I don't know what to say, what to do. This is all really a big shock right now. So, is there a way that we can get you down, Adriana? The real Adriana?
And the petrification has started to reach like her face, because the last thing she did was sort of give birth to a new Adriana. And she looks at you tearfully and then says, "Your friend is no longer here. You came to destroy me."
Alright, Flinty,
Can
let's
I
get.
shoot it with my oath bow?
Alright, Flinty, let's get buffed.
Fist up.
I will not allow that to come to pass.
And I'm also gonna apply the Shield of Face onto Flinty.
Oh yeah, if I die, you guys are all screwed because I'm your way out of here. Just so you know.
So this is the final fight of this chapter. We will most certainly not finish it today, but let's get it started, shall we?
Bells.
Yeah, sure. Please, actually.
While all this is talking, then I was just gonna use that time to convert spell slots.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Totally. Oh, I see. Doesn't like that, huh? Hold on. Oh, I see. Is that how it works? Okay, that's fine. I heard that.
You can't hear me. I'm a god.
I would appreciate
I
not
drew-
being used as a shield.
It's not really. Fuck off.
Why did you come down here anyway? You just said you were tempted?
Yes. Were you not?
No.
No, we were here to push back the abyss, silly.
Well, while we're here,
That way you can have more land to conquer later, you know?
let's not put the cart before the horse.
What is that supposed to mean?
What that means is that we have to get out of here and not die before any of that.
Ah, yes. Makes sense, yes.
Listen, I don't need your sass right now.
I mean, we can do both. Sass and fight.
Yes.
I
That's how I
suppose.
conduct myself.
Are we all back?
Oui. Oui.
Oh, oui, oui.
Yes, that.
Probably just guided.
I didn't hear from Koi. Oh, Koi said back. She said back. I will once again re-enter my lonely throne of video cam. Someone dares challenge my throne.
Just trying to lies.
I'm not sure if you were saying something, but you muted yourself as soon as you said it. All right, well, I guess.
Well,
you sit on a throne of lies.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
You sit on a lawn of thighs.
Say it. Dare I say it?
Yes, it is. Yes. Yeah, so you guys were sassing Zuko. The first thing that happens is you watch, he's distracted and he was retorting back at, I don't know, whatever the heck the last thing you guys said. You watch as, essentially like a face crab latches onto his face. Except it's more of a meat crab, and it sort of just like extends from the ceiling. And you watch as it sort of like sinks into the various orifices, like it sort of crawls behind his eyes and in through his nose. And his eyes glaze over, and his arms flare with power as now he turns towards you.
Can't even use a dex check. Man, you're such a garbage wizard, sorcerer, or something.
He does not respond. The second thing that happens, is Ganondorf. You hear the heart say, "You cannot hide," and your invisibility is dispelled. Okay, with that being said, Galadriel, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
You were muted.
Sorry, I know. I used my
No problem.
I'm going to mark it with the heart with Hunter's Mark
Mm-hmm.
and shoot it with my bow. So I can mark it with him as my my enemy, right?
I believe it has not yet been 7 days since you did that to Bondrude.
Time is relative down here, though, so technically it could be.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, you know what else is also relative? The combat timer. So.
Yeah, that's true. The combat timer is a thing. Both of those hit for 22 and then 20 plus twice from Hunter's Mark. And the Adron next to you winces, and it's like, you know, I know that thing's evil, but I still can't help but feel a little hurt. You were so ready to do that.
It ate you.
Yeah, but it also is me, so, like, I'm just saying.
Well, you're here on the side of me.
Yeah.
Galadriel, do you disappear if we kill this heart?
Hope not.
I guess we find out.
There's only one way to find out. Do you want to deploy Yoshi?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I will go ahead and do that. What form?
How high are the ceilings?
High enough for flight. 60 feet.
Okay, can he be flying then?
Absolutely. All right, where are you at? Beast of the Sky. And let's stick him in here. There we are. Okay. Yoshi sprouts his cute little angel wings, flaps around, and says, you know, looks at you as if to say, "What should I do?"
I think he's going to fly over above the heart and try to shred it.
I think the heart kind of takes up the entire room, but that totally works.
Okay.
Did I edit the values of these? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay.
Oh, look, a crit.
Oh! Okay. Sure. That's gonna be 11 plus 15. 26. Yes, plus Hunter's Mark again. Which is 4. Okay. And Yoshi can still move. That was 25 feet.
He's gonna fly back to me.
Okay. All right. Ganondorf. Just say that. Okay. Yes, I guess that would work. That would just barely work. Excuse me? No, I know. It's just you said Zuko's bottom, which I thought was funny. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. What's the dex save for this? Yeah. Jeez. Okay. No, for the enemies, it's still definitely a dex save. Yeah, yeah. Wow, Zuko has a +8. That was bad. All right. I guess they're both gonna take. Are you raged right now? Make a wisdom save. Okay. Yes, it is. No, it looks like evil bad blood. Okay, Wheelie.
How does the head crab thing look like on Zuko?
It's inside of him.
Whatever, you took on her. I don't want to check dexterity saving throws, but I don't know what the heart does. Yeah, I guess I'll stab the head crab flesh thing above Zuko's face, whatever.
No, it's like inside of him.
Yeah, so I just like stab. Is it like how I'm imagining it? Is it in the ceiling and it's also like inside?
It's
Zuko,
not like a
or
wire. It's not a wire. No, it's like a parasite just jumped into his head.
Yeah, just stab his face with a scar.
Yes.
Oof.
What?
16. That is insufficient.
Interesting.
And you're within melee range now, I2, right?
I am.
Okay.
What does really have for his bonus action? I mean, I guess I could cast. No, I can't. So I'm gonna move away by 20 feet. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. If you could just go ahead and hit the end turn button for me, that would be lovely. Okay, Odin, it is your turn.
All right, I am going to hit Zuko.
That is insufficient.
I'm gonna shield bash him.
Okay. His strength is not his strong suit. All right. I guess he somehow fights back. He is moving very unnaturally and with some, well, you know what? Your shove wasn't very strong, so I don't want to say he had some unnatural strength, but if it was higher, then it would be some unnatural strength. That also does not hit.
The last attack, I'd like to actually like Sparta kick him over Ganondorf. Like I want Ganondorf. I'm gonna yell to Ganondorf and be like, "Crouch!" And I want to kick him over.
Oh, because you can attack 3 times. Okay, yeah, make an attack roll. I forgot you can do that. Well, not defender because you don't get like plus. Well, okay, that's still. Dude, you have a plus 10.
Really low.
You're rolling like 6s and 7s. This is so unfortunate. You try and kick Zuko. He does not budge. Although he does sort of stumble backwards a little bit into Ganondorf, but not in a way that he can really take advantage of it. All right, it is the heart's turn. The heart. You guys watch as 2 cups of flesh grow over it and surround it and encase it entirely. And you hear it say, "Let's introduce you to some old friends." And you watch as a creature is summoned from this center mound of flesh, and a very distinct, very bad German laugh resounds throughout the room.
Oh,
remember me?
Oh, this smirts.
Oh, you have been such very naughty boys. Marcus! And a second thing emerges from the ground as this colossal flesh thing roars. Let's add these guys to the initiative.
Man, I'm kind of conflicted because this heart seems a little bit not as malicious. Like, it's something to spark out of all people.
I'll have you know, I am quite terrifying in my own right.
I want to make an insight check.
Okay. From what you remember, the spark, well, when you fought him, I guess he was kind of challenging, but like, if he's the same as he is now, he's definitely not that much of a threat. But you're not sure. The heart is going to make 2 attacks. Okay. Let's see here. The first one's gonna be against Ganondorf. Ganondorf, from below you, another one of those blades shoots upwards. And that is a miss, I believe. That's a little annoying. And then it's going to try and do it again. That one hits, for 21 piercing. And you... Huh? Oh, yes, half to 10. And you are wounded. Yes. So let's see. What do we do here? Is there a nice thing for that? Let's do this one with arrows. Okay. That will be dealt with later on your turn. For its third attack, it is going to target Odin. Odin, I need you to make a wisdom save. Okay. You see your own death as inky blackness covers your vision, and you see your body being torn apart. Go ahead and take 26 psychic damage. And you are going to, unfortunately, lose your next turn.
Glorious.
Next up is Adriana. Oh, right. You gave her the crossbow. I forgot about that. Let me do that real quick. And you also gave her Blaze Reap. Crossbow. Get this guy in there. And then we got to do one of these. Blaze Reap. She is proficient. It is a +2. And it does 1d10. Piercing. Okay. That should be it. Adriana is going to point to the spark, and she sort of says, "You know this asshole?"
You just gonna exist?
Nobody says anything.
I think I had diarrhea. I don't remember this dude.
Yeah, I think like I took a cape from him and then I gave it to Bob.
Oh, back one from there? Oh man, not very memorable.
Yeah, this guy.
God.
Yeah, he like quotes Phineas and Ferb stuff. Whatever
He
that.
sounds so weird. Oh, he did sound like Doofenshmirtz, didn't he? Not German. Adriana runs up and bashes him with this pickaxe for 12 piercing. She pulls the trigger, and a small explosion goes off for 3d6. The spark takes an additional 11 damage as a small explosion sends him currying sideways. And then Adriana goes in for a second hit. 16 does not hit, and for a third. Wow, that is super unfortunate. The explosion knocks her off her feet, and she actually ends up being blasted backwards, losing both of those hits. God, that was shameful display. He doesn't really seem that tough, to be honest. Next up is Zuko. He's a pretty powerful sorcerer, I just want to say. You... Oh, I remember now. You should be dead. Everything will burn. So Zuko first is going to attempt to leave. Ganondorf, if you want, you can go ahead and make an attack of opportunity.
And Nanachi?
I guess Nanachi can as well. Okay, Ganondorf, you managed to catch him for... Oh, you don't have advantage. You don't have advantage. So both of you miss as he quickly dashes away. And then Zuko is going to cast... Oh, this one's just gonna be annoying to manage. Zuko is going to cast a 7th level spell.
What? Oh no.
So that is 10 10-foot cubes of fire appear on the battlefield.
Shit.
All right, let's see here. This is gonna take a while for me to frickin' firestorm. Let's see here. You know what? I'll just draw them. This is gonna be annoying. Okay. Let's do one here. Let's do one here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I need everybody to make dexterity saves.
Should have killed him.
Adriana with a whopping nat 20.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Wow.
Okay, so let's see. Adriana saves, so she's gonna take half of 44, which is 22. And Nanachi failed, so Nanachi takes the full 44. Nanachi looks really bad.
44?
Yep. 39 plus 5.
Alright, I'm down to 1.
Oh!
Wait, so if we fail, how many are we taking?
If you fail, it's a 44. The check is an 18.
Oh, it's a 44? I'm down. I exactly have 44.
Okay. Eragon goes down.
Seems
yeah.
familiar.
In a blaze of glory. Wheelie, you saved, and I think your thing lets you completely ignore, so you take no damage. Eternal. Yeah, so you take 11. Dynasty takes 22, or Galadriel takes 22. Odin saves, so Odin takes 22.
I'm gonna use my reaction to negate all damage.
You can do that?
Yeah, because Shield Master.
Damn.
Can you output that real quick? I believe you, but I just Isarya, you take 44.
I also get to add my shield AC to my dex roll.
Oh, okay.
Holy.
Okay, absolutely.
What a feat.
He does lose his. Oh wait, you're right. He is incapacitated, isn't he?
Oh, so I can't react or take my next turn.
You can.
I wasn't sure
it.
if that. I wasn't sure how that was. How that.
No. That's a good point. You would actually have disadvantage because you're incapacitated, so you take the full 44.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of think Zuko's a bigger issue than whoever this rando is.
Why did we start attacking him?
Because he turned on us right away.
Is it 40
We could
or
have left him
44?
alone. 44. We could have left him in his little sack.
I mean, we tried to kill him when he was weak.
Oh, man. Next up is Marcus. Marcus is going to I guess he can't really, he's gonna step over the spark. And he's just gonna, oh, Yoshi needs to make a dex save too. Okay, Yoshi saved. Yoshi takes 22. Actually, Yoshi, now that I think about it, would probably be out of reach of the flames. Because they're only 10 feet tall. So Yoshi would not even have to be affected.
Okay, fine.
Can I click on this golem? Okay, it's not letting me. Okay, here we go. Okay, this Marcus is not very smart. He's gonna walk into the fire. Oh, I moved the turn and not the oh, that's kind of weird. I want to move Marcus. There we go. Okay. He's gonna walk into the fire. He's gonna make a dex save. He's gonna take 44 fire damage. And he's just like, huh?
Sorry, I'm reading the description for Firestorm. It says each cube must have at least one face adjacent to the face of another cube.
Oh, shoot!
Some of these
That's
are
why
illegal.
I said it has to be connected.
I didn't hear that. Okay, Galadriel, Adriana, you take no damage. You guys are fine.
Oh, you could stack them in a way that they get hit, like if you move the one on the bottom.
You could, yeah.
Nah.
4, 5, 6,
Nah.
10.
It is what it is. It is what it is. I made a mistake. Yeah, I'm not gonna retroactively make it better because that's kind of scummy. I'm just gonna say that Galadriel and Adrian did not take damage. Okay, in that case, Marcus does not take damage. He's gonna try and just punch you real good, Galadriel. I believe your health is 65, not 77? Question mark?
Does this fire
Well, I
stay?
had 55 and I took 22 points of damage. Well, I was at 77. I took 22 points of damage, and then
You don't have temporary hit points.
Why does it say your max is 65?
because at the beginning, didn't you say that our maximum hit point value dropped by 23 points?
Right. So you should be at
So
65 and not 77, right?
no.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm really confused.
You don't have 77 over 65
Oh,
hit
okay.
points.
Yeah. And yes, the fire does not stay. Thankfully, because that would be really annoying for me to keep track of. Okay. Okay. You are hit twice for 24 bludgeoning as Marcus just slams you.
Does Eternal know?
I don't know. Does he? Eragon, make a death save for me, please. All right.
Oh, I need to end my turn. I keep forgetting. Right? Hello?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Flinty.
All
Eragon is
right.
down.
Just leave me. I mean, I didn't say that.
Odin's down.
Is Odin
What?
down too?
Odin is down
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
Oh
Get
my
Odin.
god.
Get Odin.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna hit Zuko with the old stinking cloud. CC.
God, all right. What does it look like when you do this?
It's like projectile diarrhea, I guess.
That's honestly disgusting. That's like literally the worst way you could have cast this.
Do I draw a circle? I draw a 20-foot circle.
A rotten egg.
Oops.
I guess you would have a rotten egg.
How do I freaking like? That was a mistake.
20-foot radius?
20-foot radius.
That's a pretty
shoot,
big.
That's pretty big.
That's pretty
stinking
big.
Cloud.
But that's like
I don't know
fireball
how-
big.
It's like I don't even know how to. Wait, what the heck? Draw a circle. Yeah, something
You-
like that. Like
Are you okay?
I don't know, something like that.
Yeah,
Is
no.
that
I think
20?
it's 8. 20 would be 8 wide.
5, 6,
Oh, there you
7,
go. There you
8.
go.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
All right. Yeah, that's gonna get the heart as well. Although I guess the heart can't really be targeted at the moment. Okay, they must make a con save. Spends
Otherwise.
action retching and reeling. Excellent. Okay.
And then for my bonus action, I will cast Healing Word on 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 Odin.
Okay.
Come on, Odin. We need a front line.
But like, it's not much of a front line. if
Gotta
I want-
decide. Gotta decide.
Aww.
Odin, you are healed for 7.
And I'll stay. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, end your turn.
Dang it! I'm still on draw circle mode.
All right, Nanachi is going to use Hunter's Mark on Zuko because this guy has gotta die. Is gonna use their longbow and fail miserably. Ah, wait, no, the second one hits. That is for 14 plus 3, 17 damage. And they are just going to move back their movement a little bit. There we go. That is the end of their turn. We'll probably call it once we get to the top of the order, which is soon. Next up is the Spark, who screams to no one in particular. I don't know how to do. How do we do his?
Ew.
Ew.
I've lost the voice. I'll show you. Betty the platypus. Betty the platypus. I'll show you threatening. I don't know who Betty is. And he's gonna cast a spiritual weapon as a bonus action at level 2. He's gonna cast it on. Where is my chaotic conjuration? Conjured blade. He's gonna cast it on. I guess you, Wheelie, because you're the one who made fun of him. But I don't think it hits.
No.
And then he just hurls a really sad firebolt in your direction. Oh, it's not sad at all, actually. That hits.
I have a
for
21.
16. You have 21 AC? Okay. I guess you dodge out of the way of both of these attacks. His threats, he did not follow up on his threats. Isarya, it is your turn.
gonna move over to Eragon. I'm just gonna give him one of my grand healing potions.
Ooh, grand.
Or potion of greater healing, sorry.
Go for it. Use that fancy new macro.
So Eragon heals for 14.
You are back up, Eragon.
All right. Sweet.
Girl, we gotta get you some armor. Why is your AC 14?
I don't know.
Oh,
I have armor on. Really good armor, actually.
Like,
I think.
Did you forget to?
Warden's mail.
We may
They're
have
not-
to figure that out.
it's dragon scale mail. I'm pretty sure that's like.
Okay, and then can we pause combat here and just hold it in perpetuity? Is that a thing that works? I hope so. I am afraid to change off of this screen, so I might just leave it here because I don't know if Combat Master is gonna freak out.
Screenshot the turn order just in case.
Yeah, we can do that too. That's smart. I will do that, but I'm just gonna leave it up. And I'll just put it in the chat, and then hopefully nothing freaks out when I close this. Okay, we're gonna end it there. Thank you guys for coming, even though you were super tired, and you are gonna see some hopefully familiar faces. We'll see how good your memory is. Maybe you've already forgotten all these people you've met and fought.
What if I'm not dead by then?
Oh, 14 is correct. 14 is correct.
Same. Hopefully Zuko doesn't like fart spray.
Fart spray.
If I put pee on him, would I get rid of the parasite?
Why are you so obsessed with this idea?
Because it's very corrosive. It deals a lot of damage.
That's true. All right, we'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow.